subscribers, old school subscribers in my TikTok family. It's about as light as the rain is going to get. It's been coming down like cats and dogs. Doing the best I can. Modern woman, you're aging like milk. And let me tell you something else. You modern women in your 20s that are fembots, y'all are aging the worst. So understand, when you take on your mother's burden, well, you age worse than your mother's. Crazy. Got this mic on? Oh, yeah. There we go. I feel more comfortable that way. I'm going to go live as long as I can. It is cold. It was sleeting earlier, and this is barely rain. This is something in between. Slush. Anyway, look, y'all. Shout out to the new wolves, the old school Sigma wolves, and the TikTok wolf pack. What's good? Let's get into it, man. We need to go ahead and say the quiet part out loud. And while I'm out here freezing, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Modern woman, you're aging like milk. Okay? The hard times, you know, the best of times and the worst of times with those Pookies and Ray Rays are really showing up on your face. And I know a lot of people say, well, you know, black women, they don't age. Well, that's true to a certain extent. Those hands and those necks don't lie. You hear that one song? That Shakira song, Hips Don't Lie? Yeah, those necks don't lie, okay? Unless you have the money for the surgery, absolutely not. Anyway, this is going to be a short one. I can tell you right now, I'm not going to get too soaked. You know what I mean? But these chicks out here, man, don't realize the stress that they're put under the system. And the system is meant to stress out men, but now women are in the workforce getting stressed out the same way that we do. And they're not really built for it. So the wear and tear on them, they're not really built for it. It's kind of like showing more. Whereas with us, it seems like the more we go through, the more we realize we need our peace. And the more we strive for our peace. And men just age better because we take care of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Women love the chaos, the mental up and down that the Chads and Tyrones, Pookies and Ray Rays give her. So that's stressful to her. And even though they live longer than us, part of the curse is they look like witches over a certain amount of time. If they're living evil and wicked. If they're living decent and they're like a good woman, they'll age like Selma Hayek. But if they're wicked in any kind of witchy kind of way, I'm telling you, they'll start like, you know, eyes will start sinking in and start looking like Angelina Jolie. I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? The women that just are doing wicked things and are known for taking stuff like adrenaline, you know what? No, listen, man. That's part of the curse. They're given their gift at an early age. They're supposed to be responsible, take advantage, and get the kind of man they want. But instead, they get the kind of man that they feel that they want, you know, probably the man they need and they want. But instead, they go for the bad boy that they wish they could change because he's broken. She feels like she can relate. She wants to change him, build him back up. You know what I'm saying? But instead, he drags her down with her. And that's most modern women in America. That's their tragedy. That's their story. We got to do better. We got to move on. It's cold out here. We got to move on where women love masculine men, because the way that you are shouldn't be something that intimidates and makes the woman feel like you're a threat. You're not a threat. You're just being a man. Men being men, it's never a threat. It's not an issue. It's only an issue whenever you know what I'm saying, juxtapose, you know, that kind of person, that dude, and feel like you got to be the enemy. You don't have to be anything. You know what I'm saying? You guys are out here copying everything that we do anyway. Hang on for a second. Shit, we're gonna have to zip up. It's cold out here. Just gonna take a brief intermission, you guys. Just bear with me. I don't know why I'm yelling. The mic is right here. Just the phone is away from me. I'm so used to the phone being. I'm gonna put this in. Just enjoy the break. Okay. All right. Look. I'm doing what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Doing what I gotta do. I'm flyer than the rest of them, no. Still with my Nike boots, man. I'm out here, got my Nikes on, doing what I gotta do. Listen, y'all, man. I just got through working out for an hour and it's still cold out here. Yes, ladies, I was working out for an hour, so I'm gonna get on TikTok and be nice and veiny for you. You know, just how y'all like it. Look, just having a good time. Just having a good time. Mine's still on. Okay, yeah, that's better. I needed to zip up. And so men, understand something. You guys in your 20s, don't get on this, I need my face to be perfect. Start doing your eyebrows and overly worrying about your haircuts. No, man, wait till your mid-30s to early 40s. You know what I'm saying? Because the 40s is when you need to be worried about your haircut. Like, you know, most guys in their 40s, you know, they're always on top of the haircuts. But, you know, in your 20s, man, you just don't get caught up in what women got to get caught up in. Women have to be worried about that kind of stuff. You don't have to be worried about anything. You're not going to get the greatest women of your life in your 20s. You know what I'm saying? If you get a hot one, she's probably burning. So, you know, if you're in your 20s and you get a hot one, wrap it up if you must do it, because the hot ones are going to the older guys. So you're getting some leftovers. Straight up. Not even playing. You know, some Chad or Tyrone leftovers. You know, so, but when you get older, if you just don't let the world wear you down and this workout, you know, drink water, intermittently fast, you will start reversing age. And since you have your grown man body, because it takes you a while to build your grown man body. It took me like my mid to late 30s to get my grown man frame. I was still kind of thin frame, you know what I'm saying? So as a man, understand, man, it's like mid 30s, you start really feeling yourself. You start coming into yourself. You're like, you know what? I'm that dude, you know, and your body gets that natural, like, stockiness to it. Your life gets to start over. And you get to, you know, you're attracting women. See, here's the thing about it, son. You know, you're going to be out here looking for women your age. You need to go for those old cougars. You must go for the cougars, the mountain lions, and what is the other one called? Saber long in the tooth or something like that. Whatever I said. You know what I'm saying? You need to go after those. Those are your prime stock. Now, the younger ones are going to go after guys my age and older because we're stable. You know, we normally have like a kid or whatever. So they're like, oh, because, you know, you guys are young. You don't have no kids. So, you know, some of these chicks are looking for like, is he wild and out of control? But if you have a kid, you have stability, especially, you know, when your kid, you have custody of your kid. It's like stability. Now, you will have some women out here for the older guys that gaslight us saying, oh, when they have a kid, they can't make time. Well, that's ironic because most women in America are single mothers, but now single mothers have a problem with single fathers. So I don't care. We can't care what they say. We can't care what they say, man. Keep doing what you're doing. As you get older, out of your 20s into your 30s, you'll start really feeling yourself. You'll start noticing how women are looking at you different. You know what I mean? Because you do, when you're in your 20s as a guy, I don't care what you say, unless you're LeBron James or like Morgan Freeman and you got one of them old dude faces, you look like a little kid, man. You really do. And it's not a bad thing. But don't think that you look like the rest of us out here pushing 40 or no, you ain't got the frame, you ain't got the look, you ain't got the battle scars. You know what I'm saying? But understand something though. You can still get some scraps, but don't be falling in love. She's gonna leave you for some, 40-year-old Giga Chad. Guaranteed. Get the older ones. Get the experience. Vet her with enough time to make sure she ain't got no diseases. You can go ahead and get that old hoopty, and she can get you from A to B and teach you a few things. And you know she ain't getting around too much. Oh no, she can't get around too much. Hip will go out. You know what I'm saying? Just she has to be careful, man. She wants to be able to go to work. She won't be missing days of work. Do what you got to do with that, right? Now, as you start getting to your 30s and upward, and you start having like a place to stay, a home, a car, credit, all that good stuff. You're going on vacations, you're posting on social media. Man, women that you were going after in your early 20s are now going to be looking at you, and the women that are your age and the women that are older than you. And it only gets better and better. You got to take care of yourself. I know some of you guys cut corners out there, and you ain't got to be like me. I mean, I shower like 3 times a day or something like that. But listen, you can take a shower once a day, man. And you guys got to be watching what you're using. Use, what I'm saying? I use body washes that don't have all the chemicals in it and stuff, the natural type of stuff. I spend the extra money, but as you can see, it pays off. Hey, what's going on, Jay? What's going on? Me, for example, old in the face, but young, draw a lot of good attention lately. Luckily. Hey, listen, man. Even if you're a guy and you're like old looking in the face, you get fit. They don't care. Women don't care what you listen. You can get that, even if you're old looking in the face, you can have a ruggedness to it. When you're a man, you can have, like LeBron James, you can be ugly like LeBron James, like old in the face like that, but a certain ruggedness about it. You know what I mean? Like women can't be looking something like a LeBron James. She you know what I mean? But he can look that way because, especially when he gets a little gray and he lets that little bit of hair go, like he's gonna, ruggedness with that old look, that old Morgan Freeman, that old Negro look. Some people just have that old man look. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. That's really good. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Sammy? How you doing? Grand Rising, Grand Rising. You know what I'm saying? I keep my stuff very simple, but you guys make sure as men, women are doing this stuff, but you got to make sure you invest in your turmeric soap and your black soap. Those two things right there, on top of having just body wash that don't have all the chemicals in it, will change the appearance of your skin. Okay? You know what I mean? Don't say I never hooked you up, man. Go ahead and do these things for yourself. You'll thank yourself later. You guys, when you're in your 20s, you don't want to worry about, unless you're a woman. I can't really see the thing, but if you're a man, if you're in your 20s, you don't want to worry about too much of the skincare thing, because if your skin gets used to it in your 20s, then it won't. You want to keep it more simple in your 20s, not doing too much, but like in your 30s, late 30s and 40s, definitely step the game up, do your routines on a regular basis, drink your water. Make sure you're exfoliating like once a week, because you got to get that skin off there, that dead skin off of there. Doing what you're supposed to do. Doing what you're supposed to do, and you will age in reverse. And at the least you'll do is maintain a certain look. You won't look older. Even if you don't start de-aging, you'll definitely maintain a certain look. And there's nothing worse. I'm gonna tell you something. When you're out here in these streets and you see these, I gotta be careful. Road's getting kind of icy. When I'm out here in these streets and I see these narcissistic women aging, it's one of the ugliest things that you'll ever see in your life. Oh, dude looked out for me, man. He spared me. He spared me today. Amen, brother. Amen. Normally he starts chopping that stuff up when I'm over there. Now he spared me. I went up and came back. Now I want him to be careful out here, because he's out there sawing stuff up and it's raining. I don't know why he waits until it starts raining to do this stuff. But, other than that, I appreciate him sparing me like that, man. Amen, brother. But yeah, you de-age. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Levi? How you doing? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? How, peace, God, what's going on? We're just talking about how, you know what I mean, as a man, as long as you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you know, doing your normal thing, but put a little bit more money into your skincare routines. You guys with beards, make sure you keep it lined up. If you keep letting it, get the 5 o'clock shadow or more, you're allowing that hair to grow back in, which is opening up your hair follicles. So you don't want to do that. You want to keep that smooth appearance. You want to keep that shaved. Now, I know some of you guys get lazy and you're like, oh, well, it's not really noticeable. Well, the scruff ain't that bad, but you do know it's opening up the follicle, and you really don't want to be doing all of that. You want your follicles to look small, and you want your face to look smooth as possible. You know, you don't want to be one of those guys with those really wide pores. We can do better than this, and once you start, just treating yourself and taking care of yourself, you ain't gonna do like me and do cold showers in the AM and, get up and start doing calisthenics like you're doing AMPT in the army. No. But what you can do is, like I was saying earlier, get your turmeric soap, get you a bar of that. Once you get a bar of that, that's gonna change your life, dude. That you're gonna be like, oh my God, you're gonna use it all the time. You're going to be like, well, and then you're going to start getting like the gummies that they have, like you're going to start investing more into stuff where you start looking at things and noticing how, for example, black castor oil is like the thing for everything, man. You start using that, taking a couple teaspoons, you can handle that kind of stuff, or taking gummies, or, little tablets or whatever. You'll see it. That'll change your life, improve your skin condition and your immune system. There's so many different things that you can do. I got a cabinet full of things that I have, but it's all like natural stuff. I don't like pills. I don't want to get pharmaceuticals. I don't do none of that stuff. I look at natural ways to maintain my body. And the more I do, now some of you guys are like, oh, aren't you the guy that says he's doing insanity every day? Yeah, I'm doing insanity. Not every day. Not every day. I do insanity like, 4 days, maybe 5 days a week. Hey, what's going on? Hey, see, you already know about it. Well, women already know about this stuff. See, gentlemen, they don't tell us. They know about this stuff. Their skin be super. See, let me tell you, black men, something. When you're shaving, you get what's it called? Pigmentation or whatever. The scars that cause your skin to change colors. Well, black women been known about this. They pass the secrets on to each other, but they don't tell us. So when you're using that soap, it's gonna fade all that shit away. All them shaving scars and stuff, you can kiss that shit goodbye. It's gonna fade all that shit away. It's gonna even out your skin tone. You know what I'm saying? Evens out your skin tone. I just pay attention to stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And when you start doing that, things like this will make you look a lot younger. Also, your skin will just have a glow to it. It's not an over the top. You're not doing nothing like what women do by putting all the extra stuff on your skin afterwards. You really only have to put on and get some cheap moisturizer, you know what I'm saying, from any of your stores. I'd recommend, I don't know, CeraVe, you know what I mean, just for me. And I told you, don't once you get done washing your face, never use your fingers to apply anything. Use cotton balls or cotton swabs, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like this will allow your skin to rejuvenate itself, and you'll look a lot better, and you'll just keep looking younger and younger as you continue to do these things. You maintain this stuff for yourself. Now I'm sure I'll see different, content creators popping up videos about routines and skincare. It doesn't matter. Information can be spread apart, spread across. I'm putting it out for a reason. I don't really care anymore about that stuff. I got better stuff to be putting out on my members only. But I just want the men to know that to have decent, skincare regimen, it don't have to be super expensive like these women are using. I'm not using no more than what I just told you, and my skin is fantastic. I'm not doing no more than what I told you. I don't do stuff like that. I'm not breaking the bank on stuff like that. That's what women do. I don't need. I do my research. I look up what certain things do, whatever, and go off recommend. Like my friend said, like Moon, he's like, you're the researcher. When you get your mind on. So I am like when I want my skin to look a certain way, I'm like, just start researching stuff for months. And I start trying stuff, and certain things didn't work out. Some stuff that you've seen on videos, my face all broke out because I was trying stuff, man. Trying stuff out. It wasn't working out, you know? And I kept fooling around with things until I found the right stuff, man. You got to do that. Trial and error. It's lessons. You know, it's getting cold out here. What is going on? It's like Jack Frost don't want to let it go. Let it go, man. It's over. Winter's over. Let it go. Yeah, this is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It's absurd. I got places to be today. I'm gonna still try to get out the house, man. You know, but listen, you guys, I'm not gonna hold y'all too much longer, 20 minutes. But if you do the things that I tell you to do, man, maintain your fitness, eat right. And when I say eat right, you can do carnivore diet. Just I like to switch it up. Like I do carnivore, and then like during a certain part of the year, I'm probably gonna do like mostly like chicken and fruit. Kind of like detox, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that you're taking a probiotic so that your the good bacteria in your stomach is all working right and, you know, harmoniously and copacetically with the, you know what I mean? Just do the stuff you need to do if you want to eat certain things and have your dairy and all that kind of stuff. You can age well, you know, and not break the bank, do it naturally and feel great. You know, it's all possible. These secrets don't have to be just kept towards the women and, you know, you not knowing what they're doing. They're doing what you're doing, plus they're adding makeup on top of that, which is probably not good for their skin, but let them find out the hard way while you keep aging like a fine wine. Period, point blank. So if you're in your 20s and you're kind of like sloppy and you're not getting women, you look kind of young, your beard's not all the way in, man, don't worry about it. Because when you get your mid-30s, man, that grown man body gonna come in, you know, your face gonna fill in, and you're just gonna be like, oh shit. It's like a level up, man. It's like a power up, especially when you get ready close to 40. When you get real close to 40, it's like, you know, you can just feel it in the air. It's like something about it's like telling you to go to the gym, do it. It's not midlife crisis. It's just, you know what I'm saying? You know to do better. You can tell. But you can, you know, get away with kind of being sloppy, drinking and whatnot in your 20s, but towards the late 20s, you need to be starting to look at working out and whatever. And then in your early 30s, absolutely. By mid 30s, definitely late 30s, it's a way of life. It has to be. It has to be. Look, I'm not gonna hold y'all. I am freezing out here. I can't feel my fingers, so I gotta go. I'll be back on here later on. I might jump on TikTok, might not. I got places to go, things to do, bills to pay. You know what I'm saying? It's the first. Y'all know how it is. But I appreciate y'all joining me while I'm freezing my butt off out here to drop this video. But peace and light. Remember, I'm your brother, and I love you.